Right. My name is Dante. I go to Lowell High School. I'm a rising junior, and I built 3 projects here. First one is a light organ. It responds to sound, sound vibrations, and I can demonstrate right here. So it'll give off different patterns of light depending on what the environment is. So. Yeah, so it'll go faster if I'm touching it or. Yeah, that's pretty much it. Alright. So my second project, this was supposed to be my main project. This was just an MP3 player, nothing special. It can cycle through songs. It works by, it has an SD card that can hold about 2,500, 3,000 songs. I can't show it to you, but it just plays songs, nothing really special. And this is my main project. So this is just a video game console. So I had a game that I programmed at a hackathon, and I wanted to put it on its own console so that it could have its own controller. So. So yeah, I developed the roguelike. If any of you have ever played Rogue or NetHacked, as I'm pretty sure most of you have, it's just basically a game where you go around dungeons and you silence monsters, and then you just level up, and then there are quests, equipment, all that. So yeah, it's just booting up. The reason that is because my video game console is essentially a computer. It's a Raspberry Pi. It's very cheap, $35 computer that runs Linux, and that's how I got this program to run up. So my controller has 10 keys, Q, W, E, A, S, D, Z, X, Z, B, and those all do different things. So obviously there's the Raspberry Pi, which I talked about, a Linux computer that runs Java applications. In this case, it's my Java game, and also a controller that is it's 10 buttons connected to an Arduino, and then just all the cables, and obviously the monitor.
How did the Arduino and the Raspberry Pi talk to each other?
So this white cable right here, it's communicates serial. It's a serial, uses serial communication. So if I were to press one of these keys, it would send the appropriate letter to the Arduino, which would, and then the program will respond. So let's see. So okay, here's my level. It's really complicated, but basically the blue @ symbol is the player, the white hashtags are obstacles, and the red things are enemies, and we just switched. Hold up. There we go. Sweet. Great. So I can just move around. So there's a red M here, that's a mouse, and then I'm just going to kill it. So I'll equip one of my weapons, a warhammer. then I'm just going to, so it's dead, and then I can pick up its corpse, and then there's also many other things that I can now trigger. But yeah, all right, that's pretty much it. Any questions?
What was the most challenging part?
Linux is not the most friendly operating system I've worked with, but and there's also learning a bunch of the stuff. It took me 1 week just to get Java installed on the Raspberry Pi, which was pretty, other than that, I actually thought this project was pretty fun. I have worked on this project a lot on my own time. I also have a PC version if you want it. Yeah.
I want the game.
Sure. Okay.
Dante, why did I choose Linux?
I'm pretty much forced to because Linux is an open source operating system. It's free. You can download it. You can put it on any computer. Raspberry Pi uses it because it doesn't have any of the rights. It doesn't really have a choice. Robin?
Yeah, that's me.
Yeah.
So you struggled a bit in the first week with your starter project. What went wrong and how'd you fix it?
So, for some reason I got some of the parts backwards. In chemistry, the cathode is positive and the anode is negative. So you have to, but in electroengineering it's opposite. So that's why I got many of the parts backwards. Yeah, that was pretty frustrating. And yeah, I have to find all the parts and just reverse them.
What were some things you found popular when you found your project?
What?
Some things you found popular in your project, like awesome.
Getting the game on the monitor was pretty rewarding because it was just like the monitor was really stubborn. Like I had to go through all the different modes, and then at one point I had to convert from like three different video formats: HD, MI, and then VGA and DVI, and I found that really confusing and stupid. But other than also actually getting the game to run, getting my controller to run, because there's the annoying thing about bouncing, which is horrible. But
Can you give us an overview of how you design your code? I know it seems really complicated.
Okay. So it's a Java project. It's written in Java code. There are 40 different class files. It's poorly designed, but how it works essentially is that there's a grid of actors, and then actors, just anything that exists, and then they'll just be shown on this. So they're just a list of what look like squares. Those are actual objects, and those are just, they interact with each other through the classes. It's based off Grid World. For those of you who don't know what Grid World is, it's a program used in AP Computer Science to help people learn code, basically. It's just a bunch of bugs running around in a grid. It's a lot more interesting than it sounds, but.
Yeah, I'm thinking player. You put it together separately. Can you go over like all the components of like? There's obviously more than just like sticking things together. So what else did you do to make it work?
Well, okay. After everything was put together, I used the serial cable, that white cable right there, and you can upload code from your computer to the Arduino, this blue thing on the bottom here, and then you can make it run stuff. So in this case, I just used it to cycle through songs and play them.